Okay. Let's see. Anessa mentioned targeting our enemy's weaknesses. I wonder what they might be. I don't know, but I have an idea how we might find out. One of the Air Force's warships is not too far from here, the docks to the southeast. A warship? That sounds brilliant. It's about time we had a change of scenery. Staring at the castle walls all day is driving me mad. If we're to sneak aboard the vessel, who knows what secrets we might uncover. Suggest the three of us head there immediately. Very well. I shall stay here with Warwick. Somebody has to oversee the construction work and keep His Majesty safe. Good luck with your mission. I hope you find a secret crippling weakness that'll have the Air Force begging for surrender. Oh, and sorry to keep pushing you, but do make sure you've left us enough castle wall blocks in the chest. Before you go, we can't keep working if we run out of materials. Okay, so I'm just gonna harvest these myself. I don't know where the farmer is. I don't know what he's up to. He might not be doing this anytime soon, but I figured faster the better. Okay. Have potatoes. Have wheat. Take potatoes. Thank. Running out of meat in there. I'm not... Unfortunately, we haven't been attacked nearly as much, so I'm actually running out of meat supply. But then again, we don't actually have to keep our people fed, so it's not that big of a deal. If anybody does know where there's a supply of wheat seeds in this chapter, though, I'd actually be rather obliged. Okay, so for starters, there's apparently a supply of these somewhere. Put away the marble, put away the spare meat, coffins, snow. We'll go bury the other guy in a bit. Yggdrasil will do. Oh, the heal. It's a fairly good heal. Okay, and there's the chests. Okay, sort these down. I'm gonna need more braziers. Buttresses. I'll just give him all of them. I'm not even using half of these traps. Let's see. Do we need more? We do need more. We probably don't need more than 100 of these just sitting around. Let's see. Is there anything about it? Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay, and we gotta make a bunch of these. I figure if I just overproduce this time around, considering I have so many resources, I won't have to worry as much. And supposedly, they have enough castle walls somewhere. Probably in a chest? Maybe it's sitting in a... Except for I don't have any spare chests. The only other place I've got is this one. I guess they've just been collecting random garbage in here for me. Which is just confusing. Okay. Yeah, I'm not actually sure where they're getting all the blocks from. If there's a chest I've left somewhere, or if they just had like a spare supply, or who knows what. Okay. Well, one way or another, this should be good enough for no matter what. Anything else? Ah, right, braziers. Make 20 or so. The sound effect of the portcullises going up and down is insane. I wish those would actually default to up until we get attacked and then they go down or something. Oh, there they are. Should be fine. So I do have to go through. Oh, they actually ripped up the old crossbows. That's probably fine. I don't think I actually needed them there. Close enough. Okay, and did I actually find everything out here that I could have? This got wrecked for some reason. I don't think it was because of me, but I'll take it. Okay, is there anything fancy in this pile of boxes? The answer is no. I know there's the occasional, like, chest that was hidden out here. But I don't see any more. I was... Well, I'm not even going to say I was pretty thorough. I wasn't. Can I read this? Nope, doesn't look like I can read that. Random pile of dirt. Chest back there. Random empty something or other. And that's not going to have anything in it. Alright, well, I guess let's go check out that boat. Wee. Well, there certainly weren't all these guys last time. I kind of wish there had been, but I guess, I don't know. Well, did you look at that? That must be the Air Force's ship. Let's go and smash some stuff up. Malroth, wait. I have a man hidden on that ship. He may have valuable intelligence for us. I won't risk exposing him. The last thing we want is a pitched battle. We need to sneak in, undetected, and meet with him on board. Dude, what about that hill? You could use your windbreaker to glide down onto that ship without anybody noticing. Oh. What? Why is this guy here? Did we already talk to this guy? Ah! Who are you? What are you doing talking to me? One howl from either of us, and the whole of Hargon's army will be here in an instant. And that would be just as bad for me as it would be for you. I'm a deserter, you see. I just couldn't stand being cooped up on that ship. Right, you want to know more about the ship of mine? It's just over the flagship of the Air Force's fleet. You want to head aboard, you have to be very, very sneaky. Once you've done whatever you come here to do, come back and see me, won't you? I might have a job for you myself. I can't do dog voices. Ugh. Okay, so it wants me to land up there. Oh, did I not make any ladders? Didn't end up making, I didn't end up making more ladders here. Well, you know what? Grab the stone workbench, plunk it down, build... Build a supply of ladders. Grab those. Okay, find a landing point. This looks reasonable. What's the next best spot? Alright, looks like we made it on board. Now we just have to find my man on the inside. Oh, this is the worst! The worst! Quiet now. Let's hear what this fiend has to say for himself. I hate that stupid troll. He had to go and get himself killed, didn't he? Now we've had to sail all the way to Moonbrooke to finish what he couldn't. And we barely made it all here at all. That stupid storm tore a huge hole in the stern of my ship. God, I hate storms. And then I find a horrible little human stowing away in the hold. And I have to throw them in the brig. And I just had it clean. I'm having a real dog of a day. Stowaway, he must be talking about my man who's stuck aboard. Poor fellow must have been found out. We must hurry, dude. Monster said there was a hole in the back of the boat. Let's see if it's big enough to sneak in through. I mean, it really could just, like, destroy much of the boat. Last time I was here, I could just put holes in the place, so... Phew-wee! This water is absolutely freezing. Really makes you feel alive, doesn't it? You certainly have some unique preferences, Malroth. I'm so cold I can hardly feel my fingers. Goomans, what are you doing here? Oh, it's only a slime. Don't worry, I'll wring his little neck and be done with it before he can tell anyone we're here. Slimes don't have necks, you silly goose. Wait, is that you, Anessa? Long time no see. Jeremiah, think the stars you're alive. I was sure those ghastly beasts had caught you. Dude, Malroth, this is Jeremiah. He's under my command, infiltrating the monster's forces. Alas, his mission is yet to bear fruit.
What are you talking about? I climbed the ranks faster than any slime in monster history. And the hold is tidier than ever now that I'm in charge of cleaning it.
Whatever the case, we have no time to waste. We must find out what the Hare Force's weakness is before we are discovered.
Perhaps I can be of assistance. Here, take this. It served me well. Very well over the years.
Mod Rod. That's a new thing.
I'll explain the particulars of how the mod rod works in good time. But now I suggest you try using it. All should become readily apparent.
Would you... Whoa, what's going on? We look different.
This is the power of the mod rod. As you can see, we can use it to disguise ourselves as monsters and roam freely through their midst.
Wait, the slime that saved us from those monsters in Moonahan. That was you, wasn't it?
When one is disguised as a monster, there are many things one can accomplish. You draw near the enemy, talk to them, learn their strengths, their weaknesses, their secrets. There are disadvantages, though. For one, it's nigh on impossible to fight as a monster. If the need for battle arises, we would do well to revert to our true forms. Oh then, let's head further into the ship and see if we can't find out some trick to defeating the Hare Force. Let's not forget the poor soul trapped in the brig. We should see to releasing them the first chance we get. The cells in the room are beyond this door. We shall have to find the jailer and convince them to lend us the key.
Transform yourself with a mod rod. Monsters might just loosen their tongues if they think they're talking to their own kind. What's up? Excuse me. Hi. You know, I like bunged a hole in the wall like before I came here, and then laughed about it, thinking like, I wonder if there's anything I could do with this. The answer is, well, it broke the sequence pretty hard in kind of a dumb way. But yeah, there's just a hole I could go in here, but the game won't let me reap the reward of my own scummery. The captain will be hopping mad if you see you lot away from your post. Are you looking to end up inside a cell or something? Of course we are. We wouldn't be talking to you otherwise, wouldn't we? Now shut up and get out of the way, you dumb bunny.
Malroth, please, let me handle this.
Why are you whispering? I'm gonna hop into the cell, have a look around, and make sure it's dreary and depressing enough. There's nothing to be That's nothing to be embarrassed about. Go on in, but no bunny business, or you'll be stuck in there for good. More monsters, please. Don't eat me. Oh, great and powerful Hargon, hear my prayer. Save me from this wretched fate. Perhaps we should use the mod rod again to remove our disguises. Might speed up the conversation a little. Return to your original appearance if you press R1, so don't blow your cover by accidentally dashing in an inappropriate moment. One schmeckle. Man, they just don't care this chapter, do they? I wonder what would have happened if I had actually just demolished the entire freaking boat before coming here. Because I could have, apparently. Goodness gracious. Oh, is that a guy or a girl? I don't know. Goodness gracious me. Who in Hargon's name are you, and how did you get in here? But where are my manners? Let me introduce myself. I'm Hayden, a bard. Oh, I'm Hayden, a bard. I snuck onto the ship to look for food, but the monsters had other ideas. We're searching for a way to defeat them. You must have heard them talking while you were in the cell. Did they mention any weaknesses they have? Anything we might be able to exploit? They're bound to have some sort of secret. Everyone does. But sadly, my jailer is a tight-lipped sort. He never rabbits on about anything. If it's information you're after, the downtrodden and put upon are always the first to gossip. And a ship like this is bound to have dogs' bodies to spare. Maybe you could find one.
Alright then, dude. Let's go. Go. Don't forget to use the Modrod before any monsters catch sight of us.
If I stay here, I'll only end up as the monster's lunch. I'm coming with you, whether you like it or not. Boop. Boop. Oh, we're hammerheads this time. Alright, well. You got a giant hole in your boat. Okay.
Hey, I haven't seen you on this ship before. You must be new here.
So what if we are? Look, we just want to know what the Hair Force's weakness is. Are you going to tell us, or are we going to have to beat it out of you?
Please, Malroth, please be quiet and just leave this to me.
Huh? One of the werewolves has been making your life hell. And we want to know what their weakness is. You can get it out, get your own back. I like the cut of your jib, but newbie, unfortunately, I can't help you there. I might know someone who can, though. That poor Powie Yowie stuck out on the afterdeck day after day would be more than happy to lend you a hand. Go through those stairs to the main deck and out to the rear cabin on the afterdeck, and you're sure to find him. Dude is absolutely starving. Oh wait, hold on. This is a good spot as any. I am adorable. Okay. So first, potato. Wait. Is that all my potatoes? What? No, I've got a lot more. Okay, cool. Now, for the piece de resistance. Vandalism! Mainly, I want these floorboards bad. I got 184. That's like that's a decent amount. Why doesn't he swim out of that hole? Because I made the hole, and the NPCs in this game are dumb. They're not designed to care or notice that I say did stuff. Ooh, casks. Anyway, it'd be fun if you did like enough damage to the boat if like the whole thing would straight up just sink. There's like a whole area down there actually. I somehow doubt that we're gonna find anything interesting. Okay. That should probably be good enough. At least for now, 300. We can always come back and smash the rest of the boat. Okay. So I can go right here. And he's just on this side. But let's just go right here. Should be able to get around no problem. Back to the Modrod. The wooden floors away. Basalt. Yep, we got casks to work with. Not that I think we need them that much, but still.
Yes? Is there something I can help you with? There's a werewolf who's making life awful for you. And you want to know He's weakness, so you can teach him a lesson. Listen, I may look big and naughty, but I'm not the type to nurse a grudge and seek revenge. Not like that scarewolf on the forecastle. That's who should ask him. He's the biggest, reddest, scariest chap on the whole ship.
Oop. What would happen if I dropped the disguise? I'd probably just get attacked. Well, would I get attacked? Nah, I'd probably get, like, booted.
Ooh, you're new to the Scare Force, aren't you? How do you like life in the big leagues? I hope you're committing plenty of evil deeds. This job's going to be a cakewalk. Those pathetic humans in Moonbrooke don't stand a chance against us. We have all the fun we want.
That's enough out of you. Just shut up and tell us what the Hair Force's greatest weakness is.
You've got some spirit, newbie. I like you, so I'll let you in on a little secret. All of us in the Hair Force are covered in thick, shaggy fur. Keeps us safe in the storm. That's one of snow or swords. There's one big drawback. All that shaggy fur comes anywhere near a flame, we go up like a sack of kindling. Bare as an ice, be right as rain, but bring a candle too close and woof. My goodness, Malroth, you've learned more in an afternoon than I discovered in my many long years living amongst these monsters.
This information is very useful indeed. We have our inspiration. Our new magical weapon must harness the power of fire.
Seems our mission here is complete. Let's return to Moonbrooke Castle before our true identities are discovered.
And Snare, weapon of war that fends off forward marching foes with searing flames, shoots up columns of fire when activated. Oh, well, this is just nasty. Hey, bootlickers. Spook. What?
Humans on deck, sound the alarm.
Oh. Dude flees. I was wondering about that. They didn't even throw us in prison or anything. That's great. Anyway, what's this guy want?
Oh, it's you again.
I can't. I really can't make dog noises.
Not only did you make it onto the ship, but you managed...
No, that's not the voice either. Shoot, there's too many. Oh, right, he was like a weird dog. Oh, it's you again! Not only did you make it onto the ship, but you managed to make it out alive, too. This calls for a celebration. I've got just the thing for that. Some sponge cake. I could be convinced to part for it for a price. My stomach's really growling. I'm just dying for a good bit of meat. Fetch me 5 pieces and I'd be happy to make a trade. Do I have meat? I have 5 pieces of meat. Holy crap, that's lucky. Whoo, you've got the meat, haven't you? There's no fooling this nose. Do you want to trade it for the sponge cake? Yes. Oh, it's a pleasure doing business with you. Enjoy the sponge cake. And now I've learned how to make sponge cake. And probably something with said sponge cake. Decorative item. Can be used to store food and drinks. Some poor sponge. I was kind of hoping we could make him join our town. Because that'd be cool. Sadly, no. Okay. Let's see. You found out the Hair Force's weakness, and you rescued Lord Jeremiah from the monster's midst. That's fantastic news. I've heard that he went out for a walk and never came back. I would have never guessed that he'd been spying on the enemy the whole time.
I've known the man since we were both in swaddling clothes. I never doubted for a second that he'd come back.
Lord Jeremiah went undercover long before you and Malroth arrived in Moonbrooke. Now that we know the enemy's greatest weakness, his mission's finally complete. So, dude, tell me how these snares of yours work exactly. You've considered that they can't merely belch scorching flames all around, I trust. The enemy would simply walk around them. I see. You plan to place a mechanism whereby the fountains of fire only activate when the enemies step on a nearby switch. You really do think of everything. No doubt you've come up with a design for the triggering mechanism too, haven't you? Well, dude, it seems that all that remains is for you to do is to go to the wizard's workbench and build these new inventions of yours. Then the blueprints can finally be finished. Pressure plate. Activates nearby traps and armaments when stepped on. Can be died. Tread on a pressure plate to set off all nearby traps. Sis snares won't work at all unless there's a switch to activate them.
My stars, Moonbrooke Castle stands strong once more. There used to be, naught but ruins here.
Grandfather.
Oh, Esther, my dear, sweet Esther. I'm so happy to see you alive and well. Maya, you're back. After all these years, you've finally come home. I thought this day would never come. The wisest man in the realm has returned to us. Moonbrooke's revival proceeds apace. Old friend, with your wisdom, it shall surely grow speedier still. Dude, neither I nor my granddaughter have ever subscribed to the Children of Hargon's hateful teachings. Let's join you and work together as builders.
Goodness gracious me! Hating the Children of Hargon, becoming a builder. This old fellow must be out of his mind. Oh, Hargon, Hargon, hear my song.
I'll be still true to you. If you trust in Hargon, you can't go wrong. Do-do-do-do-do. My ears. What is this awful cacophony? Are you a monster in human form sent to drive us all mad?
Okay. So now that we've got that, let's see. Still want to work on that, but later. Large, cool wizard's workshop, and we want to make a whole bunch of these. I need more castle tile. Didn't realize I ran out. I guess it makes sense that I ran out. Do we need that much? We probably don't. Let's make 900. You make your blueprints yourself for the AI to build. Sorta yeah, sorta no. Right. We need the mechanisms. So I can copy and paste structures that I've already built. And that works. Make an orange pressure plate. Unfortunately, there's no dying on this chapter. Sadly. We really don't need that much copper. We do seem to need a lot more iron, though. Maybe when it comes to defending the Isle of Awakening, but not here. Okay, back to making the gold. Okay, so that should be enough for the... Whoops. Alright. We still haven't made the secondary bedroom for this area. Yeah, we'll get that later. Okay, so we might as well stow those. So obviously these secondary defenses look kind of dumb. Actually, yeah, they're pretty much done, except for the sizz snares and the pressure plates. Speaking of, we actually need a lot more sizz snares. Ah! Surprise staircase. We still need to make a bunch more of these, but that should be okay. Make like 100 or so. Mobs can run over those sidewalls to bypass the moat. Yeah, it's kind of what I'm worried about. I'm not too worried, but still. Okay. But, oh, no! I didn't mean to eat the sponge cake. I was gonna make decorative sponge cake. I guess I have to actually make said decorative sponge cake. Well. And at some point we'll go make some more soldiers too. Maybe. The rest of my crockery. I'll add some bottles to the whole thing, too. Okay, sponge cake. Sponge cake. Bottles. More bottles. Just so that it looks like people eat here. I mean, technically they do. But yeah, that already looks a lot better. Maybe I'll put a wall up on here at some point and fix it up. Maybe I won't. Okay. How much more do we need? I am unsure. I think this might be okay. I'll grab a little bit more. I really want cake now. I could use... I could go with some cake. Oh, we got brownie mix downstairs. I could go for some brownies. Okay, that should be good enough. Yeah, that should be good enough, at least for now. So that actually sets off quite a lot of this. The real surprise to me is that they didn't just cover this entire thing in spikes, too. I guess if I wanted to be an insane person... Oh, you know what? Well, I don't know. Do you have an armory? I do not have an armory yet. They have not asked me to build one, so I haven't actually bothered to build one yet. Okay. That should be it. I'm probably going to want to redo the floors and get rid of some other stuff. Okay. So they're very happy. Like, you know, there's just fire gouting left and right throughout this entire thing. Everybody's celebrating, the fire's just going off. I don't necessarily need to cover all of this in castle walls. But I figure way less will get broken this way. Unfortunately, these, like, wooden barricades... Oh, wait, no, those wooden barricades in this area are actually left over from before. Huh. Not sure how this is all laying down, but you know what? That's okay. But yeah, this should prevent much of this area from getting wrecked if a monster ever starts hitting the ground too hard, which is entirely a possibility. Hey, thank you Zephyr Link for the sub, and welcome to Dragon Quest Obsessive Compulsive Building. Probably shouldn't make light of that, but boy. I don't know. I'm super obsessed with this game. It is a mild problem. It's really tempting to add a whole bunch of lasers and traps and other things to this. And my moat is still as good as ever. But this is a problem. Oh, well, that works perfectly for just getting rid of that. Because, yeah, a monster could hop up that wall segment and cross from one to the other. we don't want that. But I actually laid that out pretty perfectly to just take out the chunk. I like it. And you put ballistas on the walls. Are they incapable of shooting down? They can't shoot down. It's a little disappointing. What's the food doing? Well, we've got a whole bunch of baked potatoes sitting around. So yeah, it actually looks like people are staying more fed around here. Shocker. Gosh, dude, seeing the blueprint was one thing, but now that the sizz snares are in place, and the whole thing is complete, these defenses are downright inspiring. Next time the Hair Force come knocking, we'll be able to give them a jolly good walloping. I'm most eager to see them try their luck. And yet Nessus still refuses to see the light, even after witnessing everything you've done for us. She's always been a stubborn so-and-so. Once she has her mind set on something, she'll never change it. I cannot help but worry about her, but you needn't. Please, don't hold her obstinacy against her. They could add another moat layer, but that seems redundant. Especially because that entire area is just traps. I don't see the need.
Oh, Jeremiah's alive, just as I long suspected. The sly old fox had the whole of Moonbrooke convinced he just up and disappeared. Still, the truth is even more impressive. On Inessa's orders, he dropped his whole life without a word of farewell and joined the enemy ranks. Gadzooks, what a shining example of a soldier. But I shan't be outdone. I shall put all my soldierly skills to work too. Speaking of which, I have a splendid idea. I would have you invent something to aid us in marshalling our troops. We must keep our forces from charging blindly into battle. Better to allow your magical traps to do the work than finish off the enemy when they're weakened. I've calculated where best to hold the line. Once they've invented some sort of signal, pray place them in 2 places I mark out.
Watchfire. Signal fire used to set the position of a sentry post. Okay, where's this thing? There it is. Build like 5 of them. I might need more. Okay. Gold is good. This is all good. Still haven't actually improved the king's, like, the throne room at all. Which surprises me a little bit. I figured I would have had a objective for that. But I guess we were very focused on, well, war. First-person destruction of spikes does not work as well as I'd like it to.
Gadzooks, dude. These watchfires are just the ticket. Our soldiers can muster by these torches and wait for the perfect chance to strike. Yeah, it's an excellent strategy, don't you think? Placing the watchfires behind the defenses. This way, the enemy shall bear the full brunt of your strength-sapping traps before our soldiers charge forth from their positions to finish them off. Speaking of our soldiers, Builder, it may be my imagination, but I can't shake the feeling that we're a couple of men short. May have simply deserted, but with all this talk of spies hiding among us, I fear a more sinister fate may have befallen them. Perhaps I'm jumping to conclusion, but nonetheless, I suggest you keep your wits about you. Huh? Gadzooks, what's that?
Looks like we've got another battle on our hands. Well, I've got a hell of a lot more of these, so, I mean, why not? Why is there, like, a single spike here? I have no idea.
More fire!
When in doubt, everything is fire! Like, I don't know why they have this, like, semi-complicated, like, lineup. Just more fire! I see you might want to have them separated. Just slightly. Okay. Well. Beyond that. Obviously. What is a wander defense without an egregious amount of spikes? I'm really disappointed we're not getting attacked by regular waves anymore. If only because they were very convenient for getting extra meat. But they've, like, seemingly given up on that entirely, and that's a sad thing. Okay. So, let's fill this in. Look at all this. It's all spikes.